Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the What's Going On podcast. I'm Brett Lampley,
And I'm William Tarrant.
and, well, there's a lot going on right now. We're in that transition period from
For sure.
Thanksgiving to Christmas. There's a lot going on. We have some stuff that we're going to be talking about with that in a bit. First of all, just wanted to address we have a little bit of a format change. It's just me and William on the What's Going On podcast. The Lunch Table podcast is foreseeably discontinued. So we're just doing this, and basically what we're doing here is we're just kind of reporting on, well, what's going on, and then our takes on things that are happening around us, and just a quick overview of, well, everything that's going on currently. Our last episode was more talking about Thanksgiving and everything that revolves around that. And like I said, now we're in that transition period, so we're going to be talking about a couple of topics here. First of all, Thanksgiving break. How was your Thanksgiving break, William?
It was suitable. I mean, I got
Suitable.
enough sleep. That's all I really wanted out of my Thanksgiving break, so I'm glad I got it.
Fair enough. What'd you do for the actual holiday?
On Thanksgiving Day,
Yeah.
I went to my mother's house, like I spoke about, and I did get my green bean casserole. So
Oh, nice. How was the green bean casserole?
it was superb. It was even better the second time.
Oh, the leftovers?
On Saturday, I reheated it, and it was all goopy. Some people would think that's gross, but I actually enjoy that better.
It's Thanksgiving leftovers seem to have an ability to be better than you even had them the first time if you have them as leftovers, like turkey sandwiches and stuff. I don't know how that works.
I feel like that's true for most, if you go to a restaurant and get like a lot of food, I feel like the takeover box is better than when you're eating it there, unless it's Mexican.
I wouldn't go that far for me personally. Although I definitely said Mexican food would not be good reheating. I don't even want to imagine that. My toilet doesn't want to even imagine that.
It's just a shell, man. Have you ever reheated a shell, like a tortilla shell?
No, I have not.
Bro, have you ever like reheated fries in the microwave?
Oh no, those just end up like soggy.
That's what the shells are, pretty
Oh,
much.
I don't
in the
want to
microwave.
think about that. But did you go out of town at all?
I went about an hour away from here. I can't really say where, just an RV park.
Gotcha.
Wasn't really paying attention.
Yeah, and that's kind of similar to me, kind of. I went to Charlotte, and then later on I went more towards the Triad area to visit family. And we just we ate food and ate more food.
That's all Thanksgiving's good for, in my opinion. I mean, maybe you could be thankful a little bit, but I like the food.
You could reserve some thought for thankfulness, but otherwise it's just gluttony. And I sure feasted.
You feasted?
I feasted, straight up. There's so much food there. I ate so much food. We had like 7 pies.
Oh, okay. So, I pull up to the RV and I walk in, and as I'm going there, I'm told that they have a huge pumpkin pie.
Oh yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, okay. And I get there, and the pie is like this big.
That's a pretty big pie. He just made a circle with his hands. It's a pretty big pie.
I don't know how to. It's like, like a pizza pan.
Well, was it that big?
About, yeah.
Holy moly.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And
Why?
I ate half of it.
Why? Why did you have it? Why does it exist in the first place?
It was a Costco pie, if that puts
Really?
it in perspective.
Costco?
Mhm.
Man, I didn't know they made that big. Dude, I gotta go to Costco more.
Rose.
Did you hear about that? They had a Reese's did the thing, and I'm pretty sure it's like a 3-pound Reese cup. That was like a pie. Like the whole marketing team was like, "Oh yeah, it's Thanksgiving, so take this giant Reese, and because it's shaped in a circle, you just
Right.
cut it." And it sold out like instantly.
Huh.
And I'm jealous because
I didn't-
I love Reese's.
I did not hear about that.
I would have bought one. I would have brought it to the family get together. I would have been like, "Yeah, so for my dessert, I brought in a giant Reese cup."
You know those the Reese cups they made where they had the Reese pieces inside them?
Oh yeah.
Bro, those are so good.
Those are good. I also I'm pretty sure they call it like the Fast Break or something. And honestly, I don't even know what's in it, but it's like really good.
Are they the wafer? You're talking about like the wafer
No,
ones?
not the wafer. I'm pretty sure maybe what is it called? It's like that weird. It looks kind of like rice, but it's kind of like a Rice Krispie treat kind of.
I think I know what you're talking about. Like,
Is it toffee? Is that what they call it?
I think it's more of a wafer.
I can't remember. It's really good, but it's called the Fast Break. And whenever I'm in a convenience store and I have like a hankering for a Reese's, I always get that. It's really good. But yeah, there's just so much food. Just so much food. So many opportunities.
That's all Thanksgiving's good for.
And speaking of Thanksgiving, I think everyone knows probably the third thing to click to your head when you think of Thanksgiving, which is the discounts that come right after Thanksgiving, Black Friday.
Amen.
Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Today, as we're recording this, is Cyber Monday, and I am looking forward to getting back on home so I can hop on Amazon,
Get some deals in.
get some deals. I see, dude. I tell you, it's a racket. It's a racket because I mean, Black Friday actually has decreased in some popularity. I mean, online sites do Black Friday deals. It's not like
Right.
they
it's,
don't.
It's no longer just Cyber Monday for online stores.
Yeah, but of course, because of COVID, because of the fact that online stores like Amazon are becoming huger than they were before.
Monopolies.
Yeah, massive industries that they've, of course, taken a lot of business out of the brick and mortar stores. You don't see as many people walking around malls and stuff anymore. So in-person shopping has taken a major toll because of that. But online shopping has, oh my goodness, it's completely gone crazy.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much of it now, which is why Black Friday used to be huge hype. Because, I mean, you used to see, like, people punching each other and stuff for TV.
Right, yeah.
But now we're sitting here, and most of it is just people sitting at their desk with a computer in front of them, just purchasing stuff, which I'm not necessarily against that for me personally.
Right.
Because I don't want to go out and search for all this crap. I'm perfectly all right with just sitting in front of my Chromebook and purchasing things online, but I don't know. It also is kind of depressing when you think about it.
I think it saves a lot more time, and I think it saves people's health too, mental and physical at some points.
For the stress, right?
Right. I will say though, the day after Thanksgiving for my work, slowest day that I've been there since 4th of July. No one came in, and we closed really early.
I know. So I actually did work on the holiday, but it was a special kind of day, so we weren't taking any new orders. It was just we had a certain window of time. I forgot how long it was, but that people could do like pre-orders for Thanksgiving, and they could order like a bunch
catering?
Yeah, kind of like catering, and we did like bulk food, and we just gave that to people. They would come in, and we would prep it for them, and it was like from 9 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. But it was, around that time, it's pretty slow.
I'd imagine.
Because, I mean, everybody's out for the most part.
When I think of Thanksgiving, I don't think of go to this restaurant and get this catering order.
Now, I will say, the lunch before Thanksgiving or something, or the breakfast, depending on how early you eat Thanksgiving dinner.
Right.
I will say that is a market right there. I mean, if you were open just for, like, a breakfast or something, like if you're Bojangles, right, you could just be open for that period of time. And everybody that is showing up, because, I mean, a lot of people have relatives that are staying over because they're hosting. They don't want to make breakfast that morning because they're going to be spending the rest of the day prepping food and eating, food that everyone's brought in and stuff. So you just go to, like, a fast food restaurant real quick for the first meal of the day.
I can buy some of that. I can see that.
That's normally what we do because we do a lot of prep. I mean, a lot of times my dad smokes a turkey, and that's a lot of prep work.
Takes a lot of time, too.
Yeah, a lot of work. So, I don't know. That's a market that you could tap into if you're a small business or something. Just be open for the morning and then close down. But it's interesting stuff. Back to the Cyber Monday thing. Just, you have any ideas of what you're trying to buy? I mean, I know that Christmas present stuff is on the rise because everyone's freaking out, trying to get all the presents and stuff.
Yep. Not really. I mean, I'm trying to slow down on my purchasing habits, and
That's fair.
I'm just I just want to get through the holidays. That's all I'm trying to say.
I went to the Canes game last night, the Carolina Hurricanes. I bought like a $200 jersey because their jerseys are expensive as mess. And yeah, I'm with you on that.
You know what's funny about Hurricanes games?
What?
They're pretty like popular here.
Yeah, I mean,
you see a couple Canes fans every day. I'd imagine.
Yeah.
But the thing about it, I never hear about a Hurricanes game until after it's done.
fair enough. Yeah, I think it's because most people have like the mindset of just getting hyped for it beforehand, and then like
Right.
releasing all of their excitement the day of or after, depending on if they win or lose. But I mean, we've had tickets since we went on the game on October the 28th, me and a bunch of my friends, and then we had planned to go to the one yesterday, which was against the Capitals, and sadly we lost 4-2 on that one.
Oh, the Caps.
Yeah, the Caps, they're good. They're a good team this season, and we sadly lost to them, but it was a good game. I was there in PNC Arena. I was sitting at the top so I could get like a bird's eye view of everything, which personally, I mean, I get the thrill of being on the front seats and stuff, but I mean, you can see more, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
Maybe not as close, but you can still see the puck moving.
Yeah, like what are you gonna see from the front row?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, actually showing up physically to a sports event is weird to me for the most part. Now, my family doesn't have like a subscription to NHL channels or anything like that. So, literally, the only time I watch hockey is when I go to an actual game. But for like NFL and stuff like that, I mean, you could just watch it on TV. Because, I mean, they show you everything.
It's very true. I don't. What sport do you think would be the best to sit on the front row?
Basketball? Probably.
I
'cause
was thinking that too, but if you're like on one side of like, what's it called, the net,
Yeah.
then what are you gonna? You're just gonna see the team on the other side of the court.
Yeah, you would have to get it in the middle. Like, you would have to get that seat, which I imagine that's what would cost the most money. Because
Right.
that's where most of the celebrities that go, they stay,
Yeah.
like, right in the middle. If you can get in the middle seat right there, then that's a good spot. Because, I mean, basketball, would it be the smallest field of all the sports? Because it's smaller, considerably smaller than many sports.
Yeah, I'd say so.
So there's that, and you're
Unless
able
we're
to see
talking
more.
about like shuffling or something.
Unless we're
Shuffling's
talking
still
about some
pretty
weird
big.
sport. Yeah, some sport. There's so many sports. There's so many sports. Like you look at the Olympics and it's like, what is this? But anyways, yeah, I think basketball personally. I feel like that'd probably be the best one. Hockey wouldn't be terrible because I mean their field's about the same size as a basketball field when you think about it, right?
Yeah, but you'd have to be in the middle.
Yeah, you would have to be.
Unless you're gonna be looking at like the goalie's back the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah. Although they do a lot of like whenever they take the puck around the back of the goal. That
Oh.
part's cool, but there's only so many, it doesn't happen all the time.
hmm
But I imagine it'd be scary if you're just like right there in front of the glass and all of a sudden some dude like full on slams another guy into it. This is a violent sport. I didn't even realize how violent it was.
I enjoy hearing about it.
Yeah, I mean like
Ever seen the Tooth Fairy?
I've not
Bro, with is it The Rock?
probably.
He's like a hockey player.
Honestly, it's probably The Rock. The Rock is in like everything.
He's like this hockey player, and like the first thing you see in that movie, it's him getting knocked against the glass, and like a tooth flies out or something like that.
Yeah, but there's that, and like you said, I mean, Carolina fans have a pretty good amount of, hype, because we have our own sports team for hockey and football,
Right?
which, are national teams, which is pretty good for us considering, we're just one state, and not a lot of states actually get to have their own state represented and things like that.
Right.
Noth-
Unfortunately, I don't hear about the Canes or NC State getting that far. Usually,
Now, I will say that a bunch of teams have actually done pretty good in college as well, because I mean, State and Wake Forest I know we're doing good. There's a really hyped up UNC versus State game. I don't know if you heard about that, but State got like 2 touchdowns in a minute.
I did hear about this. Was like a couple days ago, right?
Yeah, like a couple days ago, and they won 34-30 against UNC. And everyone was talking about it. Like I went on Instagram, and everyone was reposting the final score. I was like, "What happened?" And then I look at it, and it's like, "Oh, okay." But then we have that. Sadly, the Carolina Panthers haven't been doing much for us. If any of you Panthers fans know, or just NFL fans in general, Cam Newton, our quarterback for a while, came back after we've been rotating between quarterbacks. Sam Darnold was trash, but Cam Newton came back. We won against the number 1 team in our conference.
What would that
Right.
be?
The Cardinals. The Cardinals. We won against the Cardinals, who had an 8-2 record at the time, I believe, and we're literally the number 1 team in the NFC. And then we proceeded to lose to Washington, which they had a 3-6 record, if my memory serves me right. And then we've also lost to Miami. 2 very mediocre / like average teams that we lost to. So, it's not going the best over there. But all of our other teams are pretty well represented.
Well, this isn't the sports podcast, so I'm gonna have to throw back the question at you.
Fair enough.
What are you looking at Cyber Monday wise?
Well, I will say tech is pretty much like the only thing I'm interested in off of like Amazon and stuff, because I have one of those. I'm pretty sure it's the first gen Amazon Echo, but it's the Dot, so it's a really tiny one.
Right.
And that worked well for a while, but I don't know if like dust got into the device or something. But it doesn't do a lot of the things it used to really well. Like it really struggles to hear you sometimes, and then audio occasionally cuts out and stuff.
My Google Home Mini did the same thing.
Really?
Yeah, over time. I've had that for like 3 years.
Huh. Yeah. I mean, like, that's exactly what's happened to mine. And a lot of times, like the feature that you're, like, someone else in the house can use to drop into your room, or like, it's like an audio call between devices.
I know what you're talking about.
Yes, we have a first gen Echo Dot downstairs too, and they use it to kind of check in every once in a while, or like tell you like dinner's ready or something like that. But that I can't hear anything from what they like. They can be talking to theirs downstairs, and I can't hear a word out of it. So I'm thinking about trying to replace it with one of the newer generation ones. But it's the weirdest thing, because you go on Amazon and like there's a really good deal on it, but it's not going to get here until like late January. And it's also, the Echo Dot has transformed into a sphere.
Yeah.
Like the new, when did that happen? It's like the first one is literally a hockey puck.
Right.
And then it's gone all the way to a sphere. How does this happen? I was like, what is this design? I mean, it's not necessarily horrible. It looks like they got a lot of speaker room, at least.
Right.
But why? What happened?
I have no idea.
Because, I mean, the second generation was essentially just like the first generation, except it was a little bit more curved, and I'm pretty sure it had more fabric-y speaker on top. And then, I don't know, I guess it went from there. I mean, they've made so many devices now, which is crazy. I mean, they released...
Oh, yeah. If you look up, like, Amazon Echo on Amazon, you can, like, scroll, and you're like, whoa.
It's crazy.
Gen 5, version 3. I'm like, what?
It feels like only like a year ago when we were first introduced to the concept of Amazon Echo.
It's like home device systems like that.
Yeah, and then Google, of course, came out with their first Google Home, which was that same design. And then everything just blew up. You now have like 50 million types of AI interfaces that you can have in your home. And it's just crazy. You have so many options now. And I have, there's a mixture at my house. My favorite of all time is probably the Google Home Show. I'm pretty sure that's what they call it, but it's like the tablet.
The Nest Hub.
Oh, yeah, I forgot they changed it to the Nest Hub. Yeah.
I got one of those recently.
Yeah, I like mine.
I don't mind it.
And I have it right next to my desk, so I can tell it to play a song, and then I can just use the touchscreen on the tablet to just like skip tracks or pause it whenever I need to, which I really like that feature. I really like the display.
That's the one downside about mine. Mine's like on a shelf above my bed, so it's kind of like I can't really touch the tablet much. I just like, hey Google, skip.
Yeah. But I mean, all that mess. Plus, they have all the integrated softwares. I mean, my computer, even. I mean, right now it's on my school account, so it wouldn't work. But my computer will even hear "Hey Google," and it will go off with all the
Right.
AI stuff.
Mhm.
It's all crazy. But honestly, tech is probably the thing I'm most interested in right now. I really, because Christmas list time is coming up.
Yep.
I don't even have any ideas for me. It's
I
harder
just
to
want a
think.
bed.
Wait, what?
I just want a bed.
You want a bed?
I just sleep on a mattress on the floor.
You for real? Oh,
That's all I want. All I asked for Christmas was a bed.
you mean like one of those, like the frames or
Like
whatever?
a frame, a bed spring, and a new mattress.
Interesting.
That's all I want.
Well, I don't know how expensive those are.
Like $800.
Really?
About.
Oh,
Like a good one,
gosh.
maybe. Around 1,000.
I didn't even know that.
I want a water bed. I'm just kidding.
One of my buddies had a waterbed, and it was weird.
That's
but
sick.
I liked it. It was kind of cool, but it's also weird. Anyways, you caught me off guard with that. I wasn't expecting that. But anyways, did you want to talk about your topic? It was very interesting to me.
So, now, ever since you, like, got a job, do you feel like you'd want more materialistic things, or would you rather just have cash to buy whatever you want?
I mean, I would want a couple of items probably, because I mean, there are a couple of things that I've wanted, I guess. But for the most part, I'm just fine with money.
Every most Christmases I've just asked for money most of these years because I'm like, with money you can buy what you want. You don't have to worry about like if your like father got you the wrong game for the wrong system or something like that. You just go buy it yourself, you know.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, your whole point with the after you started working, I mean, it's kind of weird how it messes with your sense of money, right?
Yeah, like before I got a job, I was like, man, this $100 item, woo. Now it's like, oh, this $100 item that's gonna set me back a couple dollars,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, and definitely for me, I mean, with money, you can just take it to the bank and have it like transferred to your account or something too,
Right.
as well, which is something that you can't, do with just a gift or anything. And like you said, you can just take money and use it anywhere.
Yeah, my grandfather got me Minecraft for the Xbox One year. I don't have any Xbox systems, so it became it became now it just became a chore for Christmas because it's like, this is awesome, thank you, but I can't use it. So it's either I go buy a $500 system to play Minecraft on it or find a way to sell it. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like, it just got me $60. I could have bought Minecraft for the PS4 or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. I mean, and also just thought about it. I mean, Christmas lists used to just be kids either just telling their parents what they wanted or writing it down on a piece of paper. And
I
now,
used to do that.
yeah, I mean, now, or no, yeah, you get like the Toys R Us catalog and circle
Oh, yep.
everything that you wanted. I remember that. That just took me
Bro.
back.
I really wanted one of those like chemistry sets where you put like fruit and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah. They always had the best thing. It's a shame that all the Toys R Us stuff happened, but
Right.
nowadays I just have like a Google Doc and I put like an image of something.
I have
write
a
description.
spreadsheet, which I want most important.
Exactly,
Just
exactly.
messing.
Yeah, but I mean, I just make like a Google Doc and put an image or something in there and put a link. It's like,
The easiest way.
it's the easiest way, but it's just crazy how it's changed. You
Mhm.
know, you think about it. Now we're all digital. I
It
don't know
was like one of those things where you're like, I hope I get the Lego Harry Potter model, whatever. You're just like copying the exact name on like the website or catalog.
exactly.
255 pieces, model HK-103.
That reminds me, they got that Lego Republic gunship out.
Oh yeah.
I want it. The Ultimate Collector's Edition. I think it's like $300. It's honestly pretty cheap for an Ultimate Collector,
Yeah.
but it's I don't even know if it's bigger than the models that they have for you to mess around with, but it's not the biggest ultimate collector's item. I know for sure, and they just released the new AT-AT Walker.
Really?
Yeah, the Ultimate Collector's AT-AT Walker. It's a massive
So
6,000 piece
it's
set.
massive.
It's massive.
That's awesome.
And it's supposed to be able to support its own weight too.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I've heard. It's gonna be interesting.
Can it move? I'm just kidding.
Okay, use like the robot sets or whatever.
The Technic, whatever.
Yeah, the Technic, and then have it move. I know people have done that, like made their own custom ones, but that may just be for models or.
That was always like the cool thing about Lego. You know, you can just build whatever you want. I mean,
True.
really, you got the pieces. It's like I can make this minifigure's head into a whatever.
Sometimes you just go rogue and put like a 2x2 on a minifigure head.
It happens.
It happens to the best of us. And I will say, I mean, Lego designers have come up with some really cool sets in the past.
Oh yeah.
That's just, I mean, no
Like
matter
the,
how old you are.
The Lego Idea
Oh, yeah,
sets, those are so cool.
yeah. Yeah,
I like that
especially when
Lego
they do
does
like
that.
the pop culture references.
Mhm. You know what that's about, right?
What?
So like it's like community stuff that they
Oh,
make into actual
yeah.
sets. I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah, like the Beatles Yellow Submarine set, like the Stranger Things
The piano
piano.
that they made, that was awesome.
I really like that concept. You know, just fans. You know, it's not even like pro designers and stuff. They do the rest of it. But like
Right.
Lego Ideas, that's just regular people like you
Mhm.
and I. And I mean, that's the thing I can get behind with Lego, even though it's expensive as mess now. Like
Right.
prices have risen a lot,
yeah.
but it's just something that any person any age can enjoy.
Right.
Really, I mean, you don't grow out of Lego
Never.
unless you surpass age of 99, which is the play limit.
Yep.
But
Too old.
too old. If you're 100, sorry, no more Legos for you. But yep. Is there anything else you thought to talk about?
Nope. I think that was a pretty good discussion.
Yes, sir. And I think I'm just about out of it too. So we will see you next time, and that's what's going on. I'm Brett Linfley,
And I'm William Tarrant.
and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye now.